Let's be honest, the fastest way to make gold in WoW is buying a token. But there's no fun in that, so today we're checking out some different gold making methods to see which one is worth your time.
Why?
Recently I've noticed that the northern ores and herbs were going for pretty high prices, so naturally I had to test it. We started a 1-hour timer and went to work. After a while I noticed something weird. The herb nodes were bugged. Some of them were spawning double herbs, which basically meant double the profit. The doubled herbs helped, sure, but titanium ore was where the actual gold was hiding. The problem? We could barely find any. After an hour of doing non-stop laps around Icecrown, it was finally time for the big loot check. So we headed over to the auction house and posted everything to see how much gold this farm would actually make. The next day all of the auctions were sold and the total came out to just 5.7k gold. Not great. Next up was gathering in Zul'Aman. I decided to focus entirely on Herbalism first, so we started the 1-hour timer and we got insanely lucky. We found a nocturnal lotus within 30 seconds. For the next hour we went all in, farming every node, planting every seed we found and overloading any wild node for the 5-minute gathering buff. All while wearing full blue profession gear to maximize perception and deafness. I got into midnight a little late, so my profession knowledge is still far from maxed out. Despite that, we still got pretty lucky and found a couple of extra lotus drops along the way. After a full hour of farming, we checked everything we gathered and posted it all on the auction house. A few hours later it was time to check the mailbox and the farm ended up making us almost 11k of gold. Next up was mining. We started a new timer and went to work again. Again wearing full blue profession gear and overloading the wild nodes for extra perception. After another hour of non-stop farming, it was finally time to open our bags and see what we got. A bunch of stuff, so we headed to the auction house and listed everything. The next day we opened the mailbox and got close to 10k gold. For the next test we combined mining and herbalism to see if the extra nodes would seriously increase our gold per hour. 1 hour later the farm was over and once again we gathered a decent amount of materials. We listed our stuff in the auction house again and the next day it was time to see how much we have made. For mining and herbalism combined we received 13k. Completely tired of gathering, we still had one thing remaining. In my opinion the most boring activity in WoW, fishing. For another hour we went full Rex hunt. After an entire hour of staring at a fishing bobber we finally end up with a bag full of fish. We posted everything on the auction house and a couple of hours later the results were in. 5k. Jesus. A little disclaimer, since we were gathering in Zul'Aman I totally forgot to select the Loa that helps with gathering. Make sure to select it whenever you're farming there. Next up, world quests in the new midnight zones. We completed all the world quests and special assignments around the 4 new zones. 45 minutes later we were finished. We made close to 6.5k during these 45 minutes. In conclusion, unless you're an absolute auction house goblin flipping items for profit, you're honestly better off just buying a WoW token. Farming isn't worth your time if you have a decent paying job in real life. Subscribe!